volunteers. At this point in the night, we would like to take a moment to thank our volunteers. We're currently over 100 volunteers on our team, and we'd like to take a moment to mention each of them and what they do. We have Ashley, who's joined our Friday night team, and Anne, whose cooking skills are a dream. There's Annika, who goes out with adults when she can, and we can't forget our car lover, Alain. Alexis has supported employment and helped people get fit, while Allison went to musical theater with Mick. Amanda's support of the youth group earns her acclaim, whereas Allison's comes from time spent with Melissa playing board games. Andrea helped on Fridays and created a pendant for the auction, while Emar sees Ryan to make sure that his computer still functions. To round out the A's, we have Friday night supporter Andrew, as well as board member Alan, who's new. And to all of our A's, a big, huge thank you. Ben meets with Chris because they both play guitar and love to rock. When it comes to volunteer references or orientations, we call Brock. Brandon gets together with Mick for bowling and mini-putt, but when Mick sees Colleen, it's on his Wii he kicks butt. Cynthia started out cooking and now supports Fridays. And Chris went to Ryan's to watch hockey and shout, "Olé!" Clement helps on Friday nights, and he likes learning new things. And Camille gets together with Carolyn for some painting. Carolyn was part of the Friday night crew, and one of our most dedicated clean team members was Colin Wu. Cecilia's been supporting our board without apology, while Christina's been coming to our media center to work with technology. Don't forget Chantal, who joined Friday nights and got together with Duncan to visit the library and to find comics that were just right. Danielle came out on Fridays and even took photos, while Deborah joined Stephen to go enjoy music shows. Dave went with the Friday Night Youth on their big adventures, and Drew got involved in the Make a Movie Group's AV ventures. Dominique loves music, and on Friday nights she is there, while Debine visits Warren to rid his computer of viruses and spyware. Debbie and Ryan got together for movies, but now she's in the UK looking for job opportunities. Board member Dan has some cool news to offer. He's now working on becoming a police officer. Ed sees Warren for walks, went biking with Tim, and sees Peter Monday nights. He's even at Peter's grad ceremony tonight. Jeanette helped on Fridays with movies or dinner, while Julia joined the youth group thanks to Time Raiser. Grace enjoyed movies with Heather on Sundays, and Hien joined the adults for outings on Fridays. Jocelyn and Moira go sip tea and have a chat, while Joelle and Moira joined forces to find shopping deals. Can't beat that. Jen G joined the adults on Fridays in the East, while Jacendi thought joining the Friday night youth group was best. Jen H met both Ryan and Mick for movies with Glee, while Jean visited Warren to compete on his Wii. The other Jen H helped out with Youth Click, while for Jason and Carl, hockey games, theater, and lunches were their shtick. Jen R continued to support adults on Fridays, and Jen T did the same, but for the youth groups, as always. Let's take a moment to count up those Jens. Okay, we've got 5. Next year, let's aim for 10. Ketty and Stephen shared all sorts of Ottawa transit and walking adventures, while Karen and Finch met with Warren, and he found that walking a dog has its virtues. Kate S met with Carl for monthly wave pool swims and such, while Kate V met Melissa for walking and then switched to Friday nights to keep in touch. Katie went out with the Friday night gang. Kathleen did the same thing on Fridays. Well, dang! Let's not forget Kevin, who's done something quite neat. He and Moira and Linda bake bi-weekly treats. Laura A joined the youth group, Laura M joined the adults, and Luke met with Cooper for running that delivered results. Lee went for lunches with Lucas in the Byward Market area haunts, while Michelle B joined the Friday night adults for local jaunts. Megan met Carolyn to create beautiful works of art, and MJ got together with Jillian for her part. Monique spent time at the condos on Saturdays starting this spring, while Marlene met with Jillian and Carolyn for things like shopping. Madeline met Peter to watch DVDs, and Mel cooked and then joined employment group with Ease. Moez got involved at the condos and did movies with Carl too, while Michelle O came out on Friday nights with the adult crew. Marielle did some cooking and got involved at the condos as well, and Michelle S kept in touch by joining condo socials. Melissa came out on Fridays both with adults and youth, while Nee joined the adults and showed us that her camera skills are smooth. Mitchell, another board member for whom we can't find a flaw, he shares his expertise regarding the law. Nathan in maintenance on the Media Lab's computers, he's done oodles. Then there's Phil, who started off cooking with Stephen, and now they walk dogs, which are whippets, not doodles. There's Penny, who swims twice a week at Northwest 1, and Peter, who shot pool with Cooper several times just for fun. Patricia's been helping the youth groups on Fridays for quite a while. while Rob joined the youth just this year but quickly won them over with his smile. Scott gets together with Cooper to hang out, and Shannon met Melissa to go walk and check her neighborhood out. Sam meets both Heather and Shelby to walk Wallace, the canine, while Susan and Chris get together to garden or golf, which is better than fine. Samantha came out on Fridays with the youth crew, and Sylvia went to Carolyn's place to play piano for 2. Stephanie met up with Linda for weekly walks, while Sovin cooked with Amanda and Ashley, who enjoyed their talks. To round out our volunteers whose names start with S, we have Steve, who met Ian weekly to support his business. Terry has been cooking with Heather for many a week, while Tiago helped out with the youth group while dressing so sleek. Twee helped out at all of the movie gatherings, while Tasneem joined the youth group for their happenings. Teresa came out with the adults, bowling for instance, while Tim met Ian and they've been hiking and chatting ever since. Tamara also joined adults to meet some of our members, while Vanessa came out very often as we remember. Wendy, chair of our board, helped out in many ways this past year. From Friday nights to fundraising, she smiled ear to ear. Last but not least, we have our last 2 volunteers, Zach, who joined us on Friday nights, and Zelena, who came out on Fridays and met with Carl with movies. 3 cheers! To all of our volunteers who have been there this year through the ups and the downs, we want you to know that it's true. Live, Work, Play couldn't do what we do without you. To all of our volunteers who have been there this year through the ups and the downs, we want you to know that it's true. Live, Work, Play couldn't do what we do without you.